A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing people out there on the Twin Flame Union channel. And this is the third part of the Divine Masculine channeling, wherein he gets very sure about Divine Feminine, while Divine Feminine surrenders fully and completely to the source energy. Now, I would be telling you that in this channeling, the Divine Feminine Collective is in communication with both the divine source energy and the divine masculine. To the source energy, she has certain verbatim dialogues that I will tell you, and then she speaks to the masculine. And this is a very interesting channeling, and there's a lot that one can take away from this in terms of energy, in terms of just the transaction in general, and also the feeling that Divine Feminine has found in herself. She's very confident and she has no dependence issue anymore. So this is for those Divine Feminines who have advanced to that level, to that degree, where they have completely found complete inner wisdom that she does not need anybody whatsoever, and that's it. She knows it, and this will remain with her for the rest of her life from there on, be it on this planet or be it in any other galaxy or be it in a higher dimension. This is a very, very important stage, a very, very crucial stage, a very, very, it's probably one of the best thing to happen to a person. So she says that all the relationships on this planet, all the labels of relationships on this planet, I have left all of them. I have broken all of them. She doesn't even say left, she says I've broken all of them, and I am now on your path. And this statement she is making towards the divine source. She's talking to source now, to universe, to God, and she's saying that I have left everything. I have broken all relationships. For you I have done it. For you, to be with you. Now this for you is not like a sacrifice or a favor. Okay? This is not a favor she's doing. She is basically making a choice, and she's very happy to make this choice. She's like, I'll also tell you one more thing, guys and girls, whosoever is there, any gender, doesn't matter, that if you find the connection with the Divine Mother, which is the Divine Feminine, that is the connection which will lead you to all other connections, for the totality of the connections. Shiva is incomplete without Shakti. Without Shakti, Shiva means the state of happiness, the state of completion. Shiva becomes Shav. Shav means a dead body. So Shiva is also Shav without Shakti. So if you want to find unison, if you want to find union on this path, on this journey, you will find the connection with the Divine Mother, the Dark Mother, the Divine Mother, the Feminine, the Shakti, just the Sita, Radha, the lover. Radha is the lover, Sita is the wife. Sita is so beautiful, so beautiful. She's a mother, she's a lover, she's a daughter, she's complete pure woman, and she is so divine. When you understand the feelings of Sita, first you understand the feelings of mother, and then the mother will teach you the feelings of Shiv or Ram or Krishna, the divine masculine. She will teach you, she will show you all of that. It is that crucial. So it's not even like you need to, because I cannot force anyone. This is a personal, individual journey. This is something which you are doing completely on your own. No one will say do this, do that. It is based on free will, the concept of free will. It should happen like that also. I remember my time, if someone would tell me do this, do that, I don't think I would understand it at all. I actually never did anything like that. It all automatically happened by experience. And today I can say very proudly, very happily, every time I have made a video on the final stages of twin flame journey, I always say this, that it is always the bad experiences that you will treasure later on. You will not be like treasuring them like, oh wow, someone did this to me, wow. Not like that. It's more like you are so grateful to them, you're so happy that I had this type of life. So this time, at this point in time, all the relationships that she's broken, it's a deliberate thing, because she has witnessed, she has experienced, she has learned, she has tested those people time and again. And this is about family members, this is about friendships, this is about, and this is not to put anyone down, this is not to say, oh, they don't deserve me, they are like this, I am so amazing, I am so superior. No, it's because she understands that it took her also time to figure things out. So no one is perfect, and they will also take their own time if they have to figure things out. But first and foremost, she is very grateful for all of those experiences and all of those revelations. And the biggest revelation that she has had is the only person, the only energy, the only being that can love you purely is the source. The source is always there to watch you. Even if you say, that I am completely on my own, I have free will. But if you know there is a power, if you know that somebody is out there to watch me, somebody is there to keep a hold on me, keep a hang on me, they will take care of you. The angels, the guides, the masters, the gurus. And that's why I say that another thing that you need in this journey is a guru. Without a guru, it is not possible. These are not fancy words. I don't know if Indians are listening to this or Westerners are listening to this. I mean, you can let me know, that's a different thing. But at this point in time, while I'm making this, uploading this video, recording this audio, then I don't know who is going to be listening to this. But I will tell this to you, that without the guru, you cannot do it. So find a guru and pray to get a genuine guru. Don't just say, I want a guru, please help me get a guru. Say, I want a genuine, real, true guru, a true master. A true master will be very strict with you. They might put you in that place, or it's like you have already selected this life, you have already chosen this life, you have already you are manifested on this planet, which means that your path is already decided. A lot of people try to manifest things, and I never understand why they waste so much time in manifesting. Because the universe cannot be deceived, the universe always knows. And no matter who says, oh no, this works for me, that works for me, of course, because the way you think will create your life. The words are the creator of this planet. Whatever words you put into this planet, it will bring life to it. But deliberately doing it, forcing yourself to doing it, making extra special efforts to do it, that means you are a doer. And if you are a doer, if you have this concept of doership, then definitely you will not find happiness. You have to let go, and this is what surrender is. You have to know that the supreme entity is the actual doer. In the twin flame journey, this twin flame journey is not Mills and Boon's fantasy. Please, I say this to all of you again and again. If someone is encashing on this, if someone is selling it as a product, then they are not helping you, and I can give that in writing anywhere, okay? But if someone tells you to surrender, someone teaches you the path of surrender, helps you heal, locate, find your blocks, that person can help you out for sure. And there are such people also. It's not like, but you have to find those people depending on what you are looking for. What you seek is seeking you, right? So then once she says this to God, to source, that I have broken all my relationships, and for you I am walking on this path, for you and only on your path, I am in front of you in my complete truth. Okay? And I have written a request. It's a love request, a love letter, a love note, but it's not like, again, not a romantic love note. It's a note which is full of unconditional love, and it's a request. I am filling this application. It's like you submit an application, and then you deposit it in the office. She's doing the same thing. She's saying, I've written this application form and I'm submitting it to you, and it's my request to accept me in my complete totality, the way I am. It's you who is my creator. And she's dropping all of that like this. This is beautiful. Now you might think, what type of feeling is this, when you say that, okay, I'm nobody and I'm nothing. Actually, in the Tao tradition also, this is what they work on day and night, to be nothing, to know nothing. Of course, you read all the books, but all of this is actually taking you to the point where you say, I know nothing. Okay, so she's saying that my destiny, I am attaching my destiny with you. I am joining. I have already done it, she's saying. I've already joined my destiny with you. I've already attached my love with you. I've already surrendered myself to you. I have broken all relationships for you, and I have left everything for you. I do not want anything. I really do not, genuinely do not want anything anymore. Now, the next part is where she talks to the divine masculine. Okay. So obviously in the Lover's card also, she has submitted herself to the source, and the divine masculine is looking towards her, and he's not even asking her, to be honest. He's with her, and she looks at him and she says that we both did not know what is the real meaning of love. Okay, so it's not your fault really. I'm not blaming you. I'm not cursing you anymore. I have done that. I have cursed you a lot. I did not forgive you. But that part of me, that did not forgive you, that was also suffering. That was also miserable. So I did not forgive you because I did not know. I was a stranger to this whole concept of love, the real concept of love. I was a big stranger to that. So I was a stranger and you also were a stranger. You also did not know what true love is. So both of us were strangers to true love, to unconditional love, to what is divinity we did not know. Okay. And yet I had attached my mind, with you. And I left everything for you. This line is she says I attached my mind to you, and then she turns again towards the source and she says, but now I have left everything behind. This past concept of love, that okay, this is love is between the man and the woman, and love is supposed to be like this. You have to be like this couple. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to be in the society, you have to please another person. There is this concept of sexuality, this, that. She says, okay, I have no regrets from you, divine masculine. You did not know, I did not know, but I have left everything for the true love. She says that. Okay. Now she turns again towards the source energy. So it's like she's having a conversation with God, with source, with whom she is submitted. She's in a different world right now. Not to say that she's not condescending the masculine. Obviously masculine is with her, so why would she condescend him? She's not saying that, okay, even though she's saying that I have forgotten all relationships, but the masculine is sitting with her, sitting right next to her, standing next to her, looking at her, talking to her, asking her questions, blah blah blah. So she says to the divine masculine that I have nothing against you. Okay, you also were ignorant and I was equally ignorant. Now she talks to the source again and she says that when you called out my name, so this calling out of the name is when the spiritual awakening happened for the first time. So you all know the first stage is temporary awakening. So when this temporary awakening happened, now for some people this temporary awakening could have happened in the childhood itself. When they were very young, when they were looking for the true guru also. I mean, for myself, I can say that when I was very young, I was looking for my master, I was looking for the true guru, and that's the time when the temporary awakening happened, and I found the guru. Then it took many years for me to be on this journey, for to work out on this journey, and finally figure it out that okay, this is true love. What I was searching for is was actually illusion, which actually is Maya, Maya of this planet, Maya of planet Earth, illusion, delusions. So, for some people, it can happen like that. For some people, it happens while they are in the journey. So, they go through this major temporary awakening and then they attract the divine masculine. In a physical form, like in a 3D world, they date, they go out, they go together, they have all the vows are exchanged, and some even get married, and then the vows are exchanged. Marriage is all in the mind. Basically, you fall in love with someone, you marry them mentally first, and then you say okay, I am committed to so and so person. And you cannot even force commitment on someone. You can marry someone on paper legally, but you can't force commitment on them. Commitment is something that we do within our soul and within our heart. So for some divine feminines or some or even men, they met this person after the temporary awakening, and everything went very rosy, very nice, and then slowly and gradually all the problems started happening. Everything started becoming dark and crazy, and there was madness, and there were these arguments, and there was this, some people got into drug abuse. Substance abuse is also something that a lot of people witness. And the moment substance abuse or karmic relationships or going out for wrong jobs, putting your time, moving to another city, these all constitute under escapism. Okay, so when you're trying to escape from the reality, from the truth, because the temporary awakening is very nice, very great, it's very soothing and calming, and you're very sure, like more than 1000% sure at that point in time. But when it practically starts happening, when the dark mother takes over, because Kundalini, the dark mother, will bring out all the substances. The true master will also do that. The true master will not accept you like that. You go to the true master and you say, I am there in front of you, I surrender. They will say, okay, first please go and cleanse yourself. Okay, when you cleanse yourself, then you're ready to be with the source. Source is completely pure energy. There is no deception, no manipulation, no planning. There is no planning. The concept of doership is zero in that. Some of you, if you find this very heavy, then please listen to my other channelings right from the beginning. Watch my other videos and slowly and gradually read the book In the Name of Love, which is basically you can say stories, and through stories, the channeling happened in such a way that through the stories the messages were given out, that these are the messages that all the divine feminines and masculines need to know. So she is saying that you called out my name when the temporary awakening happened, and I was really rushing towards you, I was running towards you. But this planet and the path towards you, you won't even know, you won't even believe. She's saying this, that so many people on this planet, they stopped my way. There were so many blocks, big stones, boulders had to be called out for it. I had to remove all of that one by one. Sometimes she could remove it with ease, sometimes she had to climb on top of it, like how you climb a mountain. Like nothing is impossible. If you are on a path, if you want to reach a destination, nothing is going to be impossible if you put your heart and soul to it. If you look at it, it will turn into ashes. Even a big stone can turn into ashes and then disappear into the thin air. But the point is that you have to have that will. So when she got stopped by all the illusions and delusions of this planet, she did stop, and she says that I stopped. What do? I stopped at many places. Then I figured it out. But now, from all these planetary Maya, from all these planetary deceptions, from all these blocks, I have turned away my face. She says, I have turned away my face. I don't want them, I don't need them. I have figured this out, and look at me, see. She's saying, see. She's standing like that, in front of God, and she says, look at me, I am right there in front of you. You called me out back then, but I was stopped. But now I'm completely sure of what I want. I have surrendered. I have surrendered. I have surrendered. I have surrendered for you. I have surrendered. You and you and you is all I want. I don't want anything else. You cannot buy me. Nothing can buy me. No power, money, fame, looks. No, how they say, no greed, no offer. If someone gives an offer, also, I am only committed to you. She says that. And this is where the channeling ends. And thank you so much for being here with me, and I wish you all the very best in the journey on your mission. And I hope you are able to complete what you're here to do.